Hi everyone, welcome to Conversations with Miss T, and that is me. I had a chat with Bongane. Bongane and I are family friends, so he's more like an older brother to me. Bongane is a member of Toastmaster International in South Africa. He is a member of Bethany Book Club. He is also a motivational speaker and life coach. All right, thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and I hope that you'll enjoy this.
I think I've contacted you about helping kids, giving back to people, not specifically kids. And why I was doing that, maybe your question is just like that. Where is it coming from, that desire to want to do something like that? I think that is your question.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, Palis, let me look just on my life, if I can put it in that way. I'm where I am today. A lot of people put hands in my life because I'm eMpangeni, because we met in eMpangeni, but originally I'm coming from KwaMaphumulo. You understand? If you can track down from where KwaMaphumulo coming to eMpangeni, now I'm in Joburg. There's a lot of things that happen, more especially in my life. There's a lot of things that happen, more especially on our parents, on my parent. Let me not say our parent, on my parent. Only find that out of all those challenges, God just sent a family or some people to help me to be where I am today. So I can't go back to that family and say, just because now today you help me with this, can I give you whatever gift, or can I give you some money? I can't. The only way to show that I appreciate what they've done to me is to go back and help others. That is where this thing of giving back, where is it coming from? Because I'm not coming from a fortunate situation whereby life was just good, blah, 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 all that. No. More especially if I can track down from early days of my life, growing up. There's a lot of things, more especially after I think it's 2011, that is where things started to happen in my life, of which I was like, come on, I didn't know this, but it's happening. But throughout all those challenges I was going through, man, uNkulunkulu ukubeka ukuhlanganisa nabanye abantu ngesizathu, yabona? uNkulunkulu ukubeka, yazi kunomuntu ozozalwa, angisho kanje, kunomuntu ozothi njengoba umuntu wesifazane, ne? Uzale umntwana, only find that lo mntwana lo ziyenzeka le nto engikhuluma ngazo, umntwana lo akusiyo, akabelongi on that family, or umntwana wakho akhulise kwenye indawo, or wena self ukhulele kwenye indawo kwesinye isibongo, only find that akusiso nasakini, you don't even relate with them. But uNkulunkulu have a purpose on doing such things, because maybe let's say you grew up in your own family, whatever that you succeeded today, but uNkulunkulu akuthatha ayokubeka on that family so that you're going to be able to prosper and go back ukwazi ukuvusa ikhaya lakini. I think basically for me that is what happened.
Okay.
I don't know, is it
No, it makes a lot of sense, and I agree with you in the fact that usually and I think some people make a mistake. I don't know if I've mentioned this before as well, that if somebody gives to you, you think that person so say I give to somebody, right? And I expect that very person to give back to me, but it's not the case. I think giving is like a cycle. You're supposed to give to the next person, and that person gives to another person and stuff like that. So it's just like a continuous cycle. Oh yeah, no, I thought about it. So this is what I think. This is my theory, right? I give to you, you take and you give to somebody else, that person gives to another person, and then this person comes back and gives me something that is not what I gave, but it's exactly what I need. I think that's how it works. I might be wrong, but that's how I see it. And so in that case, then maybe we should say, Bongane, I give you 200 Rand today. I should not expect that you will be the one to give me some money in the future when I need it. I can just, for example, I mean, I believe in God, so I can just pray and I believe the blessings will come from somewhere else. That way, that does not really compromise our relationship per se. I don't know if I'm putting it correctly. Do you understand what I mean? I just wanted to piggyback on that point that you made, that you cannot go back to your family and give back to them again, but you can give to other people.
To add on what you're saying, one guy once said, the only way to give it back is to give it forward.
Ah, yes. Yes.
The only way to give it back is to give it forward. That is the cycle that we are talking about.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah, that's
whenever
nice.
you're giving me something,
Yeah.
I don't have to expect to give anything in return. Yeah. If I'm helping you with something, I don't expect you to help me with anything in return. If I'm doing something like that, we are not helping that person at all. But the only way, I think that one is clear and simple. The only way to give it back is to give it forward. Because even now, tomorrow, I'm gonna be with one of the lady around here in Zonke. That lady is a social worker, is working with kids. So we're gonna have a meeting about the foundation. I wanna help. I wanted to go back home and run my foundation. Understand? But something came up in my mind to say, I'm here in Gauteng. I'm living my life here. I'm in Joburg. Kids know me. They know Bongane. If they're talking about who am I, they see my progress each and every day. They see me waking up and coming back late. So why don't I, if I want to help those back home, why don't I have to start doing where I am just now? So I'm trying to connect with the community, with that lady now, is within the community, know the staff around the community, and as usebenza nabantwana. On the follow in October, November, I'm gonna start to do my first project here in Gauteng. I don't know these kids, and I don't have to know them who they are. I don't have to know which bazala obani baphuma phi kwenzakalani. I'm gonna do le nto engizofuna ukubenzela yona from la enhlizweni yami without even ukuthi abasekhaya, because le nto engizoyenza ekhaya is the same thing la engikhona njengamanje. You understand?
Yeah.
So and into ebuhlungu masikhuluma ngale nto, abantu abaningi whenever they are helping people, they end up creating a trail for them. If I'm helping you, meaning you're gonna do this way, meaning you're gonna do this for me. That is the reality esibhekane nayo as emhlabeni. Umuntu uzokunceda manje, but if you jump, we're gonna tell you how high you're gonna jump. Yabona? It's very rare to find umuntu ozokusiza and let you fly the way wena ofuna ngakhona. You understand? Ukuthi mase sengikusizile ngakufaka impiko, just fly. I don't have to count for you ukuthi lezi impiko lezi mawufly ngazo engikufake zona uzofly kanjani.
Yeah.
I don't have to count for me uzokuthengela icathulo ukuthi okay, njengoba sengikuthengela icathulo manje, this is what you have to do for me, 1 2 3. If you are still doing that and it's happening, we are not fulfilling the soul that is within ourselves. We are doing something else. That is not that engikhuluma nomunye umntana njengamanje la on WhatsApp last week, athi umngani wakhe was so sad ukuthi usiza abantu abaningi, but when it is there isikhathi sakhe sokuthi yena asizwe, there was no one ukuthi yena azomnceda. Wabona? Sengithi mina no, even at first ubengabasizi at all labo bantu laba, because yena use in a certain situation use expect the same people akade banceda ukuthi babuye back kuye ukuthi abazomsiza. Understand? And
it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Njengoba usho ayisebenzi, it doesn't work injalo. But why lento engathi ekuyona engathi ayisebenzi kuyona ehamba phambili? Why is it like that? Bapha abantu aba have that kind of mindset to preach lento leyo, not to preach for say imele uzube church, but ukukhuluma lento. No, if we are helping abantu, I don't have to ungizongisiza just because I have to vote for you. No.
Yeah. I think it takes you. I mean, you have to think outside the box to finally come to that realization. And Futu, you have to sit down and look at your life and see how you've been helped in ways that you never really imagined that you could be helped. And it takes a sense of gratitude. You know, if you're grateful, you start to see the hand of God in different areas of your life, knowing very well what it did not come from the people that you initially helped. And then also another thing that I want to say is, I think that as people, we have different needs, you know. Say, Bongane, I have 500 Rand and I'm giving you 200 Rand. You have a financial need. I don't, you know, and I should not expect you to help me financially. But maybe there's certain areas in my life where you can help me, where you're good at. Say you have strength and then my car breaks down, you know something about, you know, fixing cars. I don't. And then you can come and help me in that, you know, in that area in my life. So I think maybe that's another mistake that we make. We think, Uguti, if I gave you money, you have to give me money. But maybe we can also try to broaden our perspective and see what other contribution this person is making in my life, you know? Yeah, I hope that makes sense. But I'm glad, Uguti, you're pushing, and I'm like I've said before, I'm very proud of you for everything that you've done, for other people, for me, and and the community, and everything that you will continue to do. You know. Yeah.
No, yeah, and thanks to have another recognition and to recognize as much as we have not yet done so much, but as ubona the potential umuntu anayo, usasikhuluma into eningi nawe, ne? And the way for me to be here for the first time, and I'm grateful for something like that. There's a lot of people that you know by this time. You don't choose to be here on the CWT, but you choose Bongane. And I'm also grateful for that. And I'm not taking it lightly. Good crumbs are in my stomach. Yeah.
I feel you.
I've said I wanted to be a safety manager one day. It was year 2016. In year 2021, I'm a safety officer today.
Ever.
It is written there.
Yeah.
So omunye umuntu makafika futhi balisa kuwe ufika azokuvula enye inkungu ebigcwele la emehlweni kuwena, akubonisa umhlaba in a way yokuthi nawe no bengawuboni, because umuntu ubona ngathi makahleli ekhaya makakhuluma noNkulunkulu wakhe akamuzwa, have to go at church, have to consult, go wherever, yabona. Only find that la ukhona anything is possible as long uzoba na that will, as long uzoba na that desire, as long uzoba na that drive, that persistence in whatever that you want. Because I've done life coaching in year 2016, but I've achieved this thing in year 2021. I've graduated in year 21, but listen to when it was year 2016. I wanted to do this. I want to be a member of Toastmasters International. I've achieved those things through ukukholelwa kimi nokuthi ngikwazi ukumamela abanye abantu nokuthi ngikwazi ukufunda kwabanye abantu, yabona. Because enye into phela abona futhi thina singabafana sithatheka kalula. If I can ungeza kimi uzongisiza, only find that my intention behind is no longer about that. Yabona. sesisebenzisa because omunye umuntu yabona ngingahamba nomunye umfana ngemanje siye kwenye indawo kuyakufundelwa khona ukubheka makabona usisi omunye ose-receptionist asinceda about ukuthi uma ufuna ukubheka ukupheka uba uchef what to do but yena usebona intombi kulo sisi lo uyayibona there's nothing wrong with that mangabe kunjani but mina sengikhule ngokomqondo ukuthi now I can be able to interact nomuntu without control everything about me, the feelings, everything. I was okay. Yeah, I don't have to put much more feelings. I need to apply my mind. But for now, no, it's fine. I'm focusing on this.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but to have such kind of a mindset, you need a very quality people around you to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
To tell you the way it is, not abantu abazokuncenga. Yabona? And enye into sorry. Kunezinye izinto esikhuliswa ngazo emakhaya ukuthi eyilalela kumele umamele kumele ubuye ngo7 endlini need ubhale phansi ama goals wakho lezinto ezithatha light yabona mabazali bethu besitshela zona until we reach that point we have to pay to do life coaching but ubaba makho nobaba wakho uma besakuteacher those things you take it for granted yabona so uVelinda I have a lot of story to tell with Diamond and hey
yeah, wow, I didn't know. And so okay, and so now you said when you met him there were certain questions that he asked you. What are those questions, if you remember?
The first question nje kakhulukazi uvele take me back in a way ukuthi njengoba exista today emhlabeni God knew before that I was going to be here. And for me to be here, meaning I have to angazi ngayibeka kanjani but uma ngabe uzozalwa njengoba ukhona manje meaning you outmastered all the millions of sperm and you were the one.
Yes.
Right, I
understand, yeah.
Yeah. And first question akangibuza yona to understand why ngilapha emhlabeni, why I was born. Not looking at the problems, circumstances, and everything that is around me. Njengoba ngiphila nje, why? That one. And mangithi ngiyabheka mina ngithi yabo ngizalwe like as anyone. But wakhona ukungi-understandisa ukuthi I'm here on earth. I need to serve a certain purpose that God trusted me with. I need to leave that mark. Not like if you are leaving a mark, you're gonna build an empire that's gonna be seen by no. Yeah, and the critical thing, connect the first book here, my battery is done. Can I just try to connect?
Do it. Yeah, it's fine. I'll wait.
Yeah. Yes, and into wangibonisa ukuthi I was there's the first book yakhe leya that you are born to win. Uma ngifunda that book, that is when I've started to believe in myself, to say, actually, I was born to win. Yabona? That is when I'm sangibona manje ukuthi because I was attending week in week out sessions naye. Yabona? Afuna ukungithola ukuthi ngubani, ngiphumaphi, ngizalwe kanjani. And I'll cut all those things and ngikholelwa kuzona mina ukuthi ziyangivimba. Yabona? Because at some point, more especially as Black people, we believe if you are born out of marriage, if your parent will never get married, you tend to think of in your life, no, you won't make it just because of those things, you understand? And I was one of those namo ukuthi abantwana mabethi baba or abantwana mabethi abekhuluma ngabazali babo. I don't know mina mangithi ngizothi baba ngizokhuluma ngani, understand? Wa cultivate all those things ebengithi mina ama obstacles empilweni yami ukuthi no boy, you can't have an excuse for the fact unginayo lapha office. That means there's something special about me. There are some things uNkulunkulu afuna ukuthi ngimanifest out of la emhlabeni, yabona? Nami that ebengasekho kimi. Yazi phela thina singabafana futhi ngizolokhu ngibuyela back kulento. Umuntu wesilisa ukakhukhumala mangabe kunomuntu omunye la eceleni kwakhe, more social umuntu wesifazane, yabo? Siyenza kanye. Yabo? And lo sifazane makaqala wa shifta kwenzakalani? Bona umuntu stress, phela thina stress wa indaba yemali, ibhola, washa kwacima. Once nje la ekhanda uthola la akulungi kuba i-stress waya umuntu azaluza impilo yakhe, yabona? Izinto ezenzakalayo lezo. So maka uvele mangikhuluma naye mfethu angi-understandisa lezi zinto, angibonisa manje ukuthi no. Wangenzela just simple thing. Yabona, if you can check a watch from 12 until midnight, looking at the behavior that I have, yabona? On each and every hour, 1 to 2, what am I doing? Ngiyasebenza 8 hours. After work, what am I doing after work? Whatever goals and dreams that I have, is there anything that I'm doing out of those cycles each and every day? If ngifuna ukuba a safety officer, but if I want to be a public speaker, but I don't listen those people who are already there. Let's say mangihamba ngemoto, I don't have that kind of audio books. At some point, which I need to build the land on the kholelwe kuyona izifike kimi ukuthi ngempela I can achieve whatever goals and dreams enginawo noma engifisa ukwaphula. What instead kind of behavior kimi, yabona? And ngayipractice lonto leyo, and iyangisebenzela as I'm speaking.
So what are the obstacles? He also pinpointed some obstacles. What were the obstacles when in your life at that time that stopped you from getting to where you are now? My main one,
by that time, I was having a cycle of people whereby eventually bavele baphuma kimi and ngasala ngiyi-one, yabona? And I was and during that at the same time on that period, besekunale izinto eziningi ukuthi ekhaya mina si-4, yabo? Labazalo abomama baphilayo. Besekunale nto ukubona ngathi mina mhlambe umama makangithola, it was a mistake. I was having that thing ukuthi ukukhulela emzini yabantu, for me it was wrong, yabona? Why abanye abantwana bekhonile ukukhulela kweminye imizi kukhona abazali wabantu bakubo, yabona? Why mina ekhaya, where I'm coming from, even komalume kobaba akunamuntu, there's no one, yabona? I was having such kind of question because manje ngoba ngikhula umuntu makathiwa kubo, but mina I don't get that joy, yabona? So uveli wakhona ukuthi angibonise lezi zinto ukuthi no, when those things are just an excuse for you, but really if you really want to make impilo yakho ibe the way wena uyifuna ngakhona, and the only person change the whole scenario or the whole situation from your family, we mean. And if I can start to act up, ngibonise ukuthi ngiyafuna ngempela ukuya phambili, eventually labo beza ngemumva kimi or ekhaya, they will start following me, yabona? And to prove a lonto leyo ngempela ukuthi, because I've started to register UNISA, I've started to do izinto laba abancane ekhaya, they're just following that. So Le nto bengibona ngathi ama-obstacles kumina uvele wakhona ukungibonisa mana ukuthi no, actually you're just having an excuse, but you have the potential. I have the potential to achieve whatever le nto engifuna ukuyi-achieve and to change the whole situation about me, family. Nje ikhaya ngikwazi ukuba nekhaya nami like as anyone.
Yeah. And now you mentioned something about ukuthi abantu besilisa bayakhukhumala when they're beside women. Can you talk more about that? I don't understand. Like having a female beside you as a man gives you what sense of confidence? How does that work?
I think shuthi angibekanga kahle ngivele ngayikha phezulu ne.
Yeah. That's why I'm booze.
Yeah. But what is happening? I wanna. The reason why in all over the world we have a high rate abantu besilisa ababulala abantu besifazane, abantu besilisa abahlukumeza abantu besifazane, abantu besilisa abangamukeleki nje emphakathini, yabona? You know why? The minute ngizenza example ngawe, the minute mangithola wena ngiba nawe, based on the way engikhuliswe ngakhona, I have some expectation of now you're gonna do this for me. Now I will expect you, let's say everything endlini ozongenzela yona. Mina mangabe ngilambile angisaye ebhodweni ngizo-expecta wena ukuthi ungile ebhodweni, yabona? Sozongiphakela, sozongenzela izinto, blah blah blah, this and that. So manje ke thina singabantu besilisa, if mangabe wena sengizo-expecta wena ukuthi ungenzele ukudla nani why uNkulunkulu abeka isisu kimi kulambe mina, not wena.
Okay.
Yabo?
Okay.
So the minute wena masuthi wena mangithi mina ngilambile wena uthi no, siyaqala i-conflict njalo between us. I-conflict iqaliswa yini? Or the minute wena uthi uyangishiya, it's over. Sengisaba i-challenge yokustarta over again. Ukuthi mangabe ngilambile esiswini sami, I need to be the one ozoyibekela ibhodo. Sengisaba i-challenge for mina ukuthi I was failing ukunakekela umuzi, yabona? Bese ngirelaxe kakhulu mase senginawe because ngikhuliswe ngazi ukuthi mase ngimuntu wesifazane angisenzi lutho mina, sekuzoba umuntu wesifazane ozoba responsible izinto. The minute wena uthi we are saying it's over, now because ngithatha isibhamu mina sengisifaka kuwe, I'm being ngisaba i-challenge to start over izinto and to be man up ukuthi ngimele mina ngikwazi ukuqhubeka ngiphambili. That is where we are failing because makumele si-start over thina sisaba ukuba expose, yabona ukuthi mina angisakwazi ukuzenzela lokhu. Mhlambe uma ubhalisa umshabalalo bengisiza nga 1 2 3, yabona? Lonto le, where is it coming from? It coming from the way esikhuliswe ngakhona. Ukuthi mangabe uyindoda, this is what I have to do. Mangabe uyindoda, those are the things. So manje that is where ngisho khona ukuthi siyenze njani, siyakhukhumala, we become relaxed. Wazi ukuthi mangakhukhumale, meaning health wise akekho mnandi, yabona? Because it's not active at all. When now ungenzela izinto, now those are the things. That is where my statement, where is it coming from?
Okay. Yeah. And I will say this, like I know why my marriage did not work, but I'm seeing people that are making it work, and it's because the roles in the house, they overlap like this. Like it's not because you're a man, you're supposed to do this. There's a task that needs to be done in the house. Whoever is able to do it, let them do it. Whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. If the car needs to be washed and the man is out, a woman can wash a car. It's not just a man's job. You know, if the woman is at work and there needs to be food prepared, if you're at home as a man, prepare the food. There's a task that needs to be done, do it. You know, it's not really a gender thing. So no, I understand. I had a conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and he was telling me, Uguti, when he lost his job, his relationship failed because he said, as a man, I'm supposed to be a provider, the Bible says. And I said, where in the Bible does it say a man is supposed to be a provider financially? So he was like, I don't know. And I said, I also don't know. So let's look for it. So he went and he looked for it, and I looked for it. And I'm sorry to say that we did not find it. A verse that says specifically a man is supposed to provide for his family financially. What we did find is this, that we should serve one another, we should submit to one another, right? And then a husband is supposed to treat his wife the way that Christ treats the church. And then another thing that we find is that a man is supposed to provide love,
Yes.
whatever that means, whatever that encompasses, to the wife, and protect his children, and discipline his children and raise them, under the command of God. That's what we found.
Yeah.
And so then it baffles me, Uguti, all this time, and I know that men like, and also women have this thing too, that when you love somebody, you have the desire to want to provide for them. You have the desire to want to protect them and shelter them and nurture them. We all have that, but it's not a gender thing. It's a human thing, And so I don't understand then why men beat themselves up so much for being unable to provide financially. And I know that they're supposed to work and they're supposed to show up. But I think that maybe, your gender has been a little bit too extra.
Exactly. And as I'm saying, I feel like we as men, we are failing to face reality. As I'm making an example about the stomach, if I'm hungry, it's mine. I have to do something about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why must I say now when I'm provide for so on?
Yeah. I understand. I am sorry to cut you. I understand the history behind it, because Nami, I had to, because that did baffle me, being raised by a single dad who practically took care of most of the, the household chores and stuff while I was at school. So that was a very, it was tricky for me to go out and date men who say you're supposed to cook, when I did not grow up in a household that treated me that way. So then, I went and I researched and stuff like that, particularly in South Africa. I'm not sure about the other countries. It's because Masakula, apparently the environment was not so conducive for women to go out, maybe say, and hunt and do all of, all these things that required bringing the bacon home. So the men then went and they hunted. So when the men were out hunting, there are certain tasks that needed to be done inside the house. So because the women were in the house, then the women ended up doing that. Clothes needed to be washed, the house needed to be cleaned, meals needed to be prepared while the men were out hunting and while the men were out hustling. So that's how it happened. Again, Uguti. Two people come together to run a household while the other one is out, the other one is in doing things. But it doesn't mean that in all generations it was going to be that way. Times change, So now women are able to be out and hustle because the environment is becoming a little bit safe. But there's still certain activities and tasks and chores that need to be done in the house. Whoever is at home, let them do what needs to be done at home. Whoever is out, let them do what needs to be done outside, because we're running a household.
It's not it's something that is, as you're saying, it's gender-based.
It's not, I don't think it's gender-based. I don't think it's gender. Yeah.
Exactly.
So let me tell you a little bit about how I was raised. So because I was raised, it was just me, my dad, and my brother, and so I had to go to school, and so that means that Uguti, whenever my dad was off, there's a meal that needs to be prepared, so my dad will cook. A house needs to be cleaned, so my dad will clean. When my dad is at work and my brother and I at home, and work is done and everything, we need to cook, we need to clean because we're at home, And then when I started working, there's groceries to be made now. Okay, Upalisa is out near a shop, so Upalisa will get groceries. It's not that because my dad is a man, then he needs to be the only one that gets groceries, you know. Say when we were younger, hey, I don't have a face cloth. Then my dad is out. My dad would go and buy face cloth, which is really funny because if I was the one that ran out of face cloth, he got a floral one, like he would get like the girly ones, but also get the girly one for my brother as well. And when it was so funny. So my brother now would have like a similar design, you know, flowers and stuff on our face cloths. And then when I needed like a t-shirt or something, oh no, wait, when my brother needed clothes, my dad would go and buy him clothes and buy me a guy's like t-shirt and stuff like that. So it's just like yeah. So it was funny. Yeah, it was funny in that. Yeah, those parts are really precious. But then also, this means that I really did struggle in my relationships when I dated people who thought that my duty was to cook, and I'm like, I'm at school, I'm at work, you're at home, cook. You know?
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? What else do you want to touch on? We can talk about other things. You can lead the topic. I don't mind.
No, and engafuna ukukhuluma ngayo maybe more especially njengamanje yabona on this generation that if you can check, we were born in 90s and now is 2Ks, if I can put it in that way. Yabona. So ama-challenges esibhekane nawo thina njengamanje yabo, the way esikhuliswe ngakhona njengamanje thina the way esikhuliswe ngakhona compare to what is happening now. Wena ukhuliswe ubabakho ehleli nawe akubonisa izinto, akuthengela izinto, whatever, nibambisana and all that. Like let me just talk about me, what is happening in my life right now. I'm seeing myself, bathi ngesiZulu, into khona into eyenzakalayo iyobamba isizukulwane sesine, angazi uyangizwisisa na. We keep on, but learn from other people's mistakes. Basho njalo ngithi, even on our parent mistake, if you can put it in that way. I think we need to sike sithi ukuyirephrase loo nto leyo kancane, sike siyibhekisise to say, if we are saying we need to learn on other people's mistakes, it doesn't mean they won't happen to you. It doesn't mean they won't. I can see the journey that you've been through. I cannot say just because ngibonile uPalisa uflopela 1 2 3 I for mina, no, angeke, yabona. Ngizokwenzela ube clear ukuthi what ngichaza ukuthini. Njengamanje ne, mina I'm going through something of which ubaba ongizalayo, I won't say it's a mistake, but when into efanayo nalenziwa yimi, of which kungithathe isikhathi ukuthi ngibe la ngikhona, ngizama ukuyi-avoida, yabona. Hey, angifuni mina ukwenza njengobaba bami, angifuni ukwenza njengobani bani wasekhaya, yabo, things like that. But only find that impilo things are happening now. Ukufunda kwabanye abantu amaphutha, it doesn't mean lelo phutha ngeke lenzeke kithi, yabo. So into engi-emphasizayo ukuthi ukufunda kwawami amaphutha noma ukufunda kwawakho amaphutha as uPalisa, it means if same things happen kuwe kimi le ngibone yenzeka kuwe, I know how to handle it now. That is how you learn from other people's mistakes. Not saying into enzeke kuwe mangiyibonile mina ngizoyi-avoida ukuthi ingenzeki. I think the message mangabe learn from other people's mistake iza kanjalo. If you can check it, uzongicorrect wrong. But ngiyakuphi ekutheni-ke njengamanje as abona palisa now you're in a where you are today. But le generation ekhona njengamanje le ama 2K njengamanje kuyaphambili. And abantu abenza impilo yabo ibe difficult kufike kube yithi futhi yabo, because you are messing around with these kids and the mess, the media is rough yabona. Mina abona la ngihlala khona njengamanje ukuthi angekubone yonke indawo ne. Whatever lento enginawo njengala ile ngibone ukuthi ngiyayidinga and yangisebenzela yabo. Whatever manje oba ngilawe la on this CWT lesikuyona njengamanje, it's my choice. Yes, invited me to be here, but at the end it's my choice to be on this time now to have this conversation. But uyamagina umntwana ukhula endlini with the TV, abona abantu abangagqokile lapha ku TV, they are dancing. What is happening?
Guti, this is normal.
This is normal. Yabo. Mangabe, if we keep on saying labantana the 2K babanje yaseba describe in different terms. Obana bafailile.
The people that raised them,
Yabo. So manje nathi sizoba nabantwana bethu. Abanye bakhona ezikhuluma nje. Bazokwenza into abafuna ukuzenza. Are we still sazophinda sikhombe abazali bese bekhomba thina ke bona? Are we still allowing the same thing to continue? Ukuthi ukhulisa umntana lento ayibona laphana ukuthi ibe normal kuyena ahamba estradini lengane mina ayikhuzeki ayifuna ukugqoka ayifuna ukwenza ukuthi ayilaleli. Yabona manje bengihamba ngiyodayisa mangibuya emsebenzini ngangena komunye umuzi, mangena komunye umuzi ugogo uyabheka. Umntana wakhona, umntana mhlawumbe unabo 16 17 uyadlala le estradini uhamba nabangane, is moving around. Yabo? Ugogo mdala ume inyawo zingaka uphethe ushukela nani uthena kimi mntanami cela ukuthi usebenzele umama wakho usebenzele kini uvusikhala kini kwamanje. Yabo? Lezi ngane lama 2K esikhuluma ngazo thina futhi njina njengobongane we are the one as destroy impilo zabo bazala abantwana. Lawo bantwana bazophinde bakhombe thina futhi ukuthi ubaba ngikhulisanga this and that ngendlela right. When is going to end the psyche of umuntu omnyama abe all over kungabi na direction? When is it going to end? Ama leaders labasilidayo la emhlabeni wonke, where are they taking us? Basilidela kuphi? Basisa kuphi? Mina i-concern yami njengamanje ilele lapho, looking at i-reasoning capacity yalabantu man. Angithi ngifuna becabange njengobongane because angeke yenzeke into efana njengala, but we need abantu abazosihola ngeqiniso nangendlela right, abazosibonisa indlela ngendlela right. Yabona kungathi izulwane esizozalwa manje siphinde sikhombe thina futhi thina lezi zinto esikhala ngazo thina kuyimanje. Yabo? Angazi ngeke it makes sense into engikhulumayo.
No, it makes sense. It does. Ukuthi I feel bad ukuthi isiZulu sami mina angikhuluma isiZulu kamnandi njengoba wena ukhuluma isiZulu asikisi. isiZulu sakho simnandi nje.
No, if I want to send a message very clear, I always go back on and
No, do it. Yeah, no, do it. Ukuthi uzos-expressa kahle and put your point across. No, do it.
Because manje ngempela abona look what is happening njengamanje yabona. we're in a crisis whereby we're in a corona era. Well, we're in that wave, the Delta variant, ne? But thina bantu abamnyama ithina esikhupana sodwa. There's a lot of things that are happening at the same time. I'm more concerned about abantwana more than anything, because nami ngibile umntwana, yabo. Mina ngihlala ngihleli nabo. I don't have any friends, more especially on my age group. I always have with kids. Yabo mangithenga that book yakhe yasekuqaleni, The Big Fat Man.
The Big Fat
I
Man.
share with them.
Yeah. How did they find it, by the way?
The nice thing about that book, as in, we're just analyzing the fat man, the behavior. Angithi wona khona la hlala khona, u feeling too lonely, looking at the people. We're gonna discuss more ukuthi manimbona unjani, and they're gonna tell you, makhelwane, bangibiza makhelwane ke la. But makhelwane yadabuyisa shema nkosi yami, yabona. Mawucabanga yini ukuthi adabuyisa, akanabangani, yabona those things start to come in.
Bongane, you did all that. You actually analyzed every scene. I love that. Thank you. Go back.
Yabo, but akanabangani, nani makhelwane uhleli yedwa nkosi yami. But sengiyabuza ukuthi njengamanje, looking at when can you allow yourself to be in a situation like a fat man na while mina ngikhona? Kukhona into ezokuhlupha na empilweni while mina ngikhona, ngeke ukwazi ukuzongitshela na. Bathi amakhelwane mina ngeke ngifane naye, basho njalo. Amakhelwane mina ngeke ngifane naye. I'll come straight to you and talk now, yabona. Those are the things that kumele sizame manje ukukhulisa abantwana in that sense, in a way yokuthi siye kuba laphana phezulu and sibe la on grounds nabo, so that abantwana bazokhona ukusitshena izinto, so that abantwana bazokhona ukurelate nathi, because umntana mfethu abantu abazali abasikhulisile thina besazokuthi akukhulunywa noma yini nabo.
Awubuzi nembuzo.
Yabona? But manje the generation esikhona manje is not like that anymore. They question things, yabo. But man, they only find that bazobuza hlobo luni lwabantu if not you don't have answers. Bazobuza hlobo luni lwabantu if phela ukuba mdala at some point, if umqondo ungekho mnandi, it's useless. Because ukuba mdala ukhula ngethambo nje alone without ukuthi umqondo. Kumele thina nathi siqale ukuthi sifide umqondo wethu ngezinto right, ukuze sizokwazi ukutransfer ulwazi oluyilona oluphelele einganeni. Yabo?
Yo, Bongane, as you're talking, you just made me think of something else. I've met a few people who are moving away from faith because they believe, Uguti, you are not supposed to question God, because they were raised that way in churches. And now I've personally come to a realization that it's not God that's afraid of our questions, it's our pastors, because they don't have the answers for them, you know? And so I've also had to unlearn that and learn the fact that there is absolutely no way that God is afraid of my questions. You know, because he knows, he knew when he created us we were going to be inquisitive, right? And so then why would he not take questions? So now I've learned to ask questions, and I've gotten answers where I've asked questions. But my heart does go out to people who say, I have a question about this, but I remember being taught that you're not supposed to question God. And I think that is not right. You know, so I think, Uguti, what you're saying, I really like what you're saying, Uguti. If we can teach our kids, Uguti, parents are approachable, then maybe kids will learn that God is also approachable.
God created everything in this world and trusted us enough to be in this world, to keep on creating more going forward.
Yeah.
So, meaning the only way to know i-functionality ka-Zoom or your phone yakho is to go kwi-source eyenzile ukuthi this phone ukuze ukwazi ukuthi creating download iZoom, how are you going to do it? There's a manual. But where are you going kwi-source yakho la iphuma khona ukuthi okay, mayiphuma this phone, there's a manual to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We as people, the only source that we have if we have problem is the man that is above everything. It's God. You understand? So that is where the questioning comes in, because you don't have to question God. There's no such. God, as I'm saying, it's our fish. Most manzini. I want fish. Most of the fish being a pant of a man's wins and jan. Just suffocate and I'll ufe kahle. If I can put it, I'll call no wins on. I want because if functionality ka fish ube right, ube mnandi ukhona ukuphila the way umele uphile ngakhona kumele ube kuphi bese manzini. uNkulunkulu ubeke kuphi emanzini. uNkulunkulu thina ke bantu usibeke lapha emhlabeni so that if we have any problem, the only way sifana njengofish ukuthi mangabe ufish uhluleka ukufanishina ngaphandle uthatha ufake emanzini. Thina ke mangabe sinenkinga siyithatha siyinika abantu asiniki yena, but we question yena uNkulunkulu ukuthi azosinikeza ama-answer with every problem that we have. Like mawuthenga into something, mawuthenga into ifridge lakho, you read the manual. Yabona, mawuthola umntwana wakho mthole at an early age ukuthi umuntu onjani, uthandani, uhle bona lo muntu. Yabona? So the ukuthi uNkulunkulu, we don't have to question God. There's no such. Like nje singalokhu siyalena le.
Singayilena le.
Yeah, enye into yazi ukuthi enye into I'm gonna say this thing, but abanye abantu abayizwisisi kahle, yabona. Sifunde ukuthi uma ngabe ukhuluma noNkulunkulu kumele uvala amehlo, uguqe, uthandaze, yabo. Forgetting uNkulunkulu ukuthi yabo manje ngoba ngikhuluma nawe nje kanje. There's something that you are feeling with deep down in your soul to say Bongane le nto ayikhulumayo i-right or i-wrong, yabona. And manje ngoba ngikhuluma nawe njengamanje, if mangabe ngingathula kuthiwa ngivele ngishone, what are you going to say? Ubongane akasekho, yabona. But isidumbu sami, igender yami, everything will be here. Ubongane ubani? Yabona. So le nto le iyakuphi ke? Iyakule ukuthi whenever we're talking about God kwabanye abantu, we're talking like that is sikhuluma with something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Abantu bayicreatela into eziningi zabo, yabona. Kanti uthi say uthi uNkulunkulu angenza umfanekiso wami ofuthi emakase edala umuntu, yabona. So mangabe uyingane uxakekile ekhaya uyakubani, uyakumzali wakho, so why do you have to change when it's coming to God? Mangabe uxakekile uye police station, but mase kumona inkinga zakho wena, you don't have to question God. Where is it coming from? Lento efana njengalezo.
Yeah, no, yeah.
If there's a level of service delivery, abantu baya kwi-councillor, bayocomplain kwi-councillor to say no, the councillor alisebenzi. But whenever you have your own problem, you are saying you don't have to question God. Then who is the commander of everything? Right one?
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay. Askis, I have a question.
Yeah, no, you can ask.
So now you are now part of the Toastmaster International. Is there somebody that you've helped that stands out for you? You don't have to mention any names. I'm just like wondering what the situation has been like since you started helping people.
Whenever let me put it in that way. I once helped one of the guy being sevenza now. Living sevenza corner before, yabo. the guy is a young man who's very good with everything. Only find that the psyche abenayo, the behavior abenayo was not conducive enough for him. Looking at the way abengakhona, so we started to work together a lot. We are working as a team. Mangisasebenza la bengikhona before. Starting to have some serious conversation. I wanted to have such kind of conversation nomuntu. Yabona umbonisa izinto. Because I'm reading a lot of books, like I'm a bookworm nje kakhulu, ngithanda ngifunda incwadi yabona, ngimbonisa izinto. And that guy ngelinye ilanga makahola imali yakhe, we remember we work overtime, and why Mall of the South, you see Mall of the South, wire straight wafike wathenga incwadi ka-J Shetty, Think Like a Monk. Yabona that book, J Shetty, Think Like a Monk. And makafika kimi wafika ekhala inyembezi wathi Bongane, for the first time in my life buying a book ngemali yami. Yabona, for the first time. But why am I doing it? The conversation elokhu siba nayo, my man, but like it's really is changing me completely in a way ukuthi now sengiqala ukubona izinto ngenye indlela, and since ngiqala ukusebenza nawe sengiqala ukubona umqondo wami man ushiftile the way ebengikhona mangena ecompany, because mina ungithole ngikhona yabo. And unfortunately now sengiphumile, but I'm seeing the man each and every day. Even I can track ama WhatsApp update yakhe. It's all about pushing, it's all about posting izinto ezimotivation instila kakhulu idiscipline yomuntu ukuthi ma umuntu, as much as you can listen ama motivation, but you need to be disciplined in everything. If you don't have discipline, nothing will happen. You can listen, you can read thousands of books, but without discipline, ngibona ulolo hlobo lomuntu njengamanje. Even namanje noma ngithi ngiyakuyena, uyambona manje ukuthi it's really this person now. Impilo yakhe. And after mangihamba, within 2 months, 3 months, wangisendela isithombe the party yavele yangiqeda umoya. Not inqeda umoya per se, but yavele yangenza ngafila ngenye indlela. Engisendela isithombe, brand new car. Athenga imoto, brand new car. And I was like, but I think I'm answering your question, what you are saying to say. Since I've started going through this journey of having that impact empilweni zabantu, how far am I going? And ushintsho sengibone kubani or umuntu engamsiza. Uyabona lo muntu angimnikanga anything material wise, but throughout having those conversations, that man is gonna be something else going forward.
And what I love about it, Uguti, he's gonna make an impact in other people's lives.
Exactly. And now, and already, because I wanna, even each and every Friday now, he's starting to connect more manje nendodakazi yakhe. He's starting ukuthi njalo ibone ukuthi yazini ukhona lo muntu lo la kimi yabona. Before there was no such. Before before even kwifamily yakhe uhlala ne-stepfather sakhe, even kwifamily yakhe now can be able to go together with the stepfather sakhe and having those kind of interaction now as a yabona ukuthi now this thing, and but I cannot explain to you the kind of feeling that I have about such things. Intengazi nami ungayichaza uyithini, and ubona umuntu appreciate awumnikanga, there's not like ayikho into engimnikeze yona, but the way azo-appreciate ngakhona, it gives you that fulfillment within. Engazi nami uma ngathiwa ngayichaza ukuthi ngathi into kanjani, you understand?
Yeah.
Toastmasters International, it makes you ukuthi, you've said with book review yesterday, certain behavior on other people, you don't have to look at this person we are better, but you need to understand where they're coming from. Then in that way, you'll understand why this person is behaving the way behaving ngakhona, yabona?
Mm.
Umuntu uyambona ubehave reckless towards abanye abantu, and now you are giving the same energy kuyena, uyambulala lo muntu lowo njalo, yabona? Kanti manje when I need to understand, okay, lo muntu akabehave so, let me try to understand ukuthi lo muntu kuza behave so kwenzakalani, yabona?
Yeah. So what I said was,
yeah,
what I said was every person has a story, and how a person acts is predicated on what their story is. Yeah.
You said correct.
I'm hard. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Nyala already. Ngizobuyela komunye wesithunje.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah. That man was a temp. Emsebenzini uyangena uyaphuma, yabo. Maka 3 months in, out, yabo. But whenever we're teaching that guy momfundisa umsebenzi was very slow, man. Very, 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 very slow. In a way yokuthi akekho umuntu obesafuna ukusebenza naye. Yabo. And ngamthatha ngasebenza naye. Mina mangimbheka kuba slow wakhe. Ngibuke beyond. That is why ngiqala ukumbuza ndoda, wena kwenzakalani, ubuyaphi, skiphani, yabo? And we started to disclose ukuthi ndoda mina kahle ngisho baba wami ngisesemncane akhuluma nje izinto lezo nawo. So mangisho baba wami ngisesemncane bengiconnected kakhulu kunaye wow, bekithi beclose nobaba wakhe kanye. Uthi since then angikhoni ukuba normal. Since then angikhoni ukuba yimi. The only time la ngiziba yimi khona ithwebha mangabe ngizokuhlala namajita ngizophuza la mase ngidakiwe ila ngiqhaqa khona ukuthi ngiba yimi. Kodwa mangiphakathi kwabantu angikho right, uyabona? And yabona manje sengiyaqala ngiyabona ukuthi kahle this person, that is why is uncomfortable ukuba nabantu, and that is why lo muntu lona mawuthi umfundisa into is very slow because umqondo wakhe le nto leyayisa lokhu yamuza. Ngase ngithi mina okay, now uyasebenza lana but wena yini othanda ukuyenza le ngakuthi mangabe ungayenza you can even forget ukuthi ubaba wakho wakushiya, can even forget ukuthi istruggle efamily yakho ohamba kuso isiphi. Wathi mina ndoda mina ngiyathanda ukupheka, uthanda ukupheka, yabo? Ngathi uthanda ukupheka, okay. Kanti i-contract yakhe izophela, yabo? Ahambe emsebenzini. Makahamba emsebenzini, silokhu sichatha ko WhatsApp now and then, sichatha ko WhatsApp. Mina mangabe sengimo sesiclose ngawe, maybe once a week I'm gonna send you something. Maybe once a week I'm gonna send you something, yabo? One day wangisendela esinye isithombe, khona imessage engamsendela yona. After 2-3 weeks from lapho mabakathola imali zakhe, open now igarage, is making amakota, uphekela abantu nani njengamanje basikhuluma nawe njengamanje. I think Tuesday bengikhona angidli ikota but mangiya laphana ngihamba ngifike ngiyothenga laphana ikota yakhe, and ngiyambona ukuthi yabona laphana ke ushaya music wakhe uhappy,
he's in his element. Yeah.
Usengizendela that message athi Bongane, why am I opening up this shop today? Kule message ogcina ukungisendela wona, that is where I've realized ukuthi no, if ungakhona ukuyimela noma ngakhona ukuma mina njengosibanibani, there's no one who gonna stand for me. So lento lena engifuna ukuyenza ngiyayenza, and the sad part mangiya this week angikhulumi ngento eya last year. Ibhizinisi yakhe only have 3 months irana. Ngafika baliqhekezile abantu baselokishini bamthathela impahla zakhe. Uyazi ufike wathini kimi ngoba bengithi ngiyothenga, I didn't know about it. Uyazi ufike wathini kimi? Wathi kimi, Bongane, if we are starting a business, we are not willing to go through these challenges that I'm in right now don't start at all. This thing then, yes, it happened, but it never stopped me.